we are here at the Kingston booth, Computex 2024, and you can see they've got a bit of a racing thing happening. Let's go check out what it's about. So we're here with our first driver. This is Lightning Fury, and here we have on display some of their new products. So first of all, we've got the Fury Renegade. This is their top of the line RAM, and as you can see here, we get up to 8,000 mega transfers per second. We can also get up to a 96 gigabyte kit. Now, of course, being the higher end model, it does cost a little bit more, but they do have the middle model. So this is the Kingston Fury Beast. This is DDR5, of course, and it does come with RGB lighting. You can actually get this up to 6,800 mega transfers per second. So not quite as fast, but that's where the savings are. And you can actually get this up to 128 gigabytes as opposed to 96 gigabytes. So if you want a little more memory, not as fast, but you can get a bit more capacity. And of course, don't forget, it does come in the black and the white options for those users who want to theme it towards a certain theme. Now guys, this is one of the more exciting features at the show that I've seen. This is actually called CAM2 memory. It's aimed at minimizing the space that the RAM actually takes up. Now, some motherboards have been developed so far. It's not out on the market yet, but Asus does have one, and MSI Project Zero, you may have seen it in our MSI video. This actually utilizes it as well. Now, the fantastic feature about these is the traces are actually located towards the CPU more, so they're actually able to achieve faster speeds. I heard up to 8,400 mega transfers per second when it's released to market. So that is absolutely amazing. Now, having such a low profile memory requires some cooling. So it does have the built-in heat sinks on the motherboards, but that also means that it is low profile, so you can actually use more radiators in your build. You could actually use bigger fans and radiator setup. The possibilities are endless because you're not going to be worrying about any compatibility issues with high profile RAM actually colliding with your radiator. Now, like I was saying earlier, the memory modules now are actually super low profile, and they do require a heatsink to keep them cool. But the cool thing about these is if you do damage any of the socket, you can actually remove it. You don't have to throw the motherboard out. You can actually get a new socket and you can keep going. It's that simple. So these memory modules here are actually going to come out at higher speeds. As I said before, the traces are so much closer to the CPU. That means we can achieve those higher speeds. 8,400 mega transfers per second is what we're looking at upon release. Not only that, but the cost of these is going to be somewhere near a set of a DDR5 kit. So that's actually really good, because also if something goes wrong, you only have one memory module. It's not like you have four and you have to try and find which one is the faulty one. There's just one here, easily replaceable. So I think that's awesome. This is the Kingston Fury Renegade SSD. Now there are two options. You have this one that doesn't come with the heatsink, so you can actually put that straight into your motherboard and under the built-in heatsink, or you can actually get one with a built-in heatsink here. This is actually perfect for something like a PS5 as well, or your PC. Now the read and write speed, so you can actually get 7,300 megabytes per second read and up to 7,000 megabytes per second write. You could also get up to 4 terabytes in capacity, so that's going to be fantastic for those video editors or anyone with Call of Duty installed, because we all know every single update there's another 100 gigabytes added to the game. We're now on to our second driver. This is Creative Canvas. Now right here, some of you may not realize that Kingston actually makes SD cards. So this is a V60 SD card. It's actually perfect for filming, just like what we're doing right now. They've also got the V30s, which are actually good for like GoPros, drones and things like that. And then you've also got the more entry level here. Now to go with the whole racing theme here today, Kingston have actually made the Renegade limited edition RAM module. Now this actually goes all the way up to 8,000 mega transfers per second. You can see, obviously we've got a red racing car in there, so we've got the red all over the heatsink as well. That's pretty cool. This will also be available for a 24 gigabyte kit or a 48 gigabyte kit as well. And now we're with our next driver, Swift XS, and these are all our portable SD cards. So what we have here is the XS1000 and XS1000 Red. This is the limited edition one. You may have seen that we covered this last year at Computex. Now they have the limited edition Red to go with the whole racing theme. And of course we have the XS2000, which is the bigger brother of the XS1000. This is the vlogger's best companion, and I have to agree. We have 2,000 megabytes per second read and write, which is absolutely fantastic. You get up to 4 terabytes of storage as well, which realistically, we really need one for Computex, don't you reckon? So much video footage. And of course, we do have water, dust, and shock proof as well. And iPhone ProRes recordable. Now, we talked about the specs of the Kingston Fury Renegade limited edition RAM before, 8,000 mega transfers, 48 gigabyte capacity, and also the Fury Renegade SSD. But now we actually get to see them in a racing sim. Now this is the Cooler Master Dyne X, but Kingston actually have them implemented into that PC. And we actually had a go. It was the best fun that I have had in quite a while. Okay, so this car here was actually developed by some uni students, and the whole idea behind this is they wanted to run a simulation, put all the technology on there to actually collect the data and take it over to their programs and actually simulate it in real time to actually find out what is the best way to make this drive? How can it drive by itself? Now this is all AI powered. It collects all of the data there. It can tell what the best wind force and pressure is so that it can make improvements, and this is going to actually be very helpful when it comes to racing cars and help drivers understand where they're actually losing out time, where they can gain time, and what they're actually doing right. So you can see here, it's actually showing and simulating the car and showing where the actual force is when it's going. Now this is real-time simulation. As you can see here, the car is going along. It can actually sense where all of the cones are and sense where to turn. There's actually no one driving this. It is self-driven. That is absolutely fantastic. I thought it was really cool, so I wanted to share it with you guys. So it analyzes the different pressures to show where improvements can be made. You can see that red, that's where the more pressure is, so that's obviously where the most wind resistance is. But yeah, a self-driving car, well, you definitely need it because you go sideways around roundabouts.